Hey, it's me, Arnold Shavers, and I'm glad to be with you again. This is my second vlog, and it's been fun for me to learn this new technology. I've never done this before, and it's like I said, it's daunting, but yet at the same time, it's kind of fun. We need to be constantly learning and growing, and that's what I try to do. I constantly try to learn and grow. And last week, I encouraged you to begin reading and studying, memorizing, and applying the Bible to your life. I want to give you some direction on how to do that. How do you get started reading the Bible, memorizing the Bible, studying the Bible, and applying the Bible? If you're not accustomed to reading the Bible, it can be kind of daunting. If you start at the first of the book, you'll do fine for a while, and then all of a sudden it gets into a genealogy section where it starts begatting people. Like, he begat that, and that begat this, and it goes through a genealogy, and it becomes, oh my gosh, begatting of you to just boredom, and all of a sudden, your newfound zeal of reading the Bible will be dead. Dead. Other than the first of the book talking about the creation and the very early part of mankind learning about God, and the last part of the Bible talking about the afterlife, the stuff in between the Bible is not in chronological orders. In fact, some of the things kind of repeat themselves and give you different perspectives of the same event that took place. And so therefore, trying to piece it together becomes difficult. There are Bibles that are chronological Bibles you can purchase that give you that in a chronological order. But the Bible is not necessarily a book about history. It's a book about how God intersected himself into history and into man's life and lifestyle. The purpose of the book is to teach us about God. It teaches us who God is and how God has influenced our lives. As a matter of fact, the Bible is in two different sections. There's the Old Testament that talks about the things before Jesus, and the New Testament that talks about Jesus. And the first four books of the Bible talk about Jesus' life on this earth, again from different perspectives. And then after that, the rest of it is about Jesus, how he ministered to us, to people on this earth, and how he still does and such from heaven, because the Bible talks about in the book of Acts how he ascended into heaven, and then it talks about how Jesus is influencing the people of that day, the Bible days, and today even, of how he influences people. Now, if you go to the bookstore to find a Bible, there's all kinds of things you'll see in the bookstore. There's different versions of the Bible. There's the King James Version. There's the New Living Translation Bible. There's the Living Bible. There's the, the Good News Bible, the Message. This right here is the Christian Standard Bible, otherwise known as the Holman Christian Standard Bible. Different names for the same versions, as a matter of fact. And it becomes very confusing. Like I said, the Bible, to get started with the Bible is not easy. And I want to help you get started with the Bible. Before you go to the bookstore, though, I want to give you a way to get a free Bible, and that's by using something you have in your pocket. I know you have an iPhone in your pocket, or an Android phone, or you have a tablet at home, whether it be a Samsung or an Android tablet or an iPad. There's an app that you can get that's free. It's the YouVersion Bible, or it says Holy Bible or New Life Church Bible. And those versions are absolutely free. Those apps are absolutely free. And that app will give you all the different versions of English language that are out there, and also other languages as well, to help you to see and understand the Bible. Now, why are there different versions of the Bible? And that's because the Bible was not originally written in English. Now, there are some people that believe that the King James Bible is the very first Bible, but that's not true, because the first Bible was actually written in Greek and Hebrew. And even the King James Version is old, written in 1611, no less. That's kind of old. 1611, it is not the original Bible. It's kind of funny to me when you hear Bible on tape. Yeah, I said Bible on tape. I'm old also. I remember getting Bible on tape, so you put it in your cassette player of your car, you drive around and listen to a guy reading the Bible to you. But it's always interesting, those Bible on tape guys that do that always have a British accent. Now, Jesus didn't have a British accent. Just a little clue right there. As a matter of fact, Jesus didn't even speak Greek. He spoke Aramaic. But the Bible was first written, the first written language that became very well preserved and saved through the years and through the ages and such, was the Greek language. That was the very first written language that was preserved with any kind of regularity, Greek language. And the Bible was written in Greek. That was the language of the moderns of that day and time of the first century, either Latin or Greek, and it was written in Greek. And then also there's a Latin version of the Bible as well, because it was translated from the Greek to the Latin, but it was originally written in Greek. That's the New Testament. The Old Testament was written in ancient Hebrew. And if you ever had a chance to study Greek or Hebrew, and God be with you if you have, because it's hard. I mean, I've done it, but it's hard. Hebrew is written backwards, and there's no vowels in it. It's just difficult. And Greek is written in kind of squiggly lines also, and they're not regular letters like you and I are used to reading in the English language. So therefore, there are not many people who have read who are fluent in Greek or Hebrew, and so therefore we need to have the Bible written to us in English. And there's been different versions. Like I said, the King James Version was written in 1611. This is called the Christian Standard Version, Christian Standard Bible, I'm sorry. That's what I'm using right now lately. As I'm doing some reading and studying, like I said, I bought this about three or 4 weeks ago, and I bought it. It cost me like $30, and it's got the little tabs on it and so forth. I've got the free version as well. And again, like I said, there's the free version called the Bible app. I recommend that to you. But this was copyright 2017. 2017 this is a new language version as such, and I've been going through it and looking at it myself just to get a feel for it. Where do you start in the Bible? Well, if you're having trouble with the word, trying to figure out how to make things work in the workplace, you don't go to the section called job, because it doesn't talk about work. It talks about a person by the name of Job. It's a story about Job, and it's far from anything about work. I don't recommend anyone starting the Bible in the book of Job for the first thing. And I recommend you go to the New Testament and start with the Gospel of John. And John is a story of Jesus written from a non-Jewish background, and it gives you the background study to the Bible about the Jewish traditions and why that Jewish tradition was a part of Jesus' life and why he spoke to that Jewish tradition, because Jesus actually was Jewish to begin with. And so therefore, it tells us why those rituals are taking place and why Jesus was a part of that ritual. So John is a great place for those who are non-Jewish, that's us, right? For the most part, how to understand the Bible and understand the life of Jesus. So the Gospel of John, and that's a great place to start. And you can use it, like I said, you can download the app off your app store and put it on your iPad or your phone, and there's other features in it. Like I said, my next video, my plans are to go through and show you screens from that app and to talk about that app and do a little Bible study using that app even. So I'm looking forward to doing that right there, and learning how to do that right there, to record an iPad screen, for example. I'm learning how to do that, and that'll be kind of fun for me as well. I want to read you from the Bible, a verse from the Bible, because I don't want to just talk about the Bible. I want to read the Bible to you and talk about another verse. This is a verse I read just recently that was really inspiring to me. I'm 60, okay? Put this on. Joshua, from the Old Testament, Joshua chapter 1, verse 5 through to verse 10. And it starts with a promise. No one will be able to stand against you as long as you live. Now that's quite a promise. Let me read that again. No one will be able to stand against you as long as you live. I will be with you just as I was with Moses. I will not leave you or abandon you. Be strong and courageous, for you will distribute the land I swore to the fathers to give them as an inheritance. Above all, be strong and be very courageous, to observe it and carefully observe the whole instruction my servant Moses commanded you. This is the instruction right here. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, so that you'll have success wherever you go. This book of instruction must not depart from your mouth. You are to meditate on it day and night, so that you may carefully observe everything written in it. for then you will prosper and succeed in whatever you do. Haven't I commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. That's a great promise. Hey, I'm Arnold Shavers, and I'm glad you joined me. Please leave me a comment or a question or an email. My email address is arnold@arnoldshavers.com. I'm going to try to put that across the screen. If I don't have it on the screen when it's posted, you know I failed at that technology right there. But arnold@arnoldshavers.com. Arnold@arnoldshavers.com is my email address. arnoldshavers.com is my website. It's called that because I'm Arnold Shavers, and I'm glad you joined me. But leave me a comment. I'd like to talk to you and it gives me more ideas about where I could go with this vlog right here. I can answer what you're thinking and have a conversation here. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you next time. Bye.